Hi there, I'm Karen Kerr. I'm a student with the Indiana State University School of Nursing. My professor is Dr. Daniel Lucky. This is for class Nursing 444. My topic is smoking tobacco, what you should know, what you can do. And my population at risk is adolescents age 10 to 19 who have been diagnosed with a mental health disorder. So my objectives: at the conclusion of this module, the learner will identify the leading cause of preventable death in the United States with 80% accuracy. The learner will identify 4 harmful effects of smoking with 80% accuracy. The learner will identify 1 evidence-based method for smoking cessation with 80% accuracy. And the learner will be provided with a handout containing useful information. And that handout is available attached to my YouTube link. So please stop here and take the pretest before you resume the module. I'm going to tab through the questions briefly. You can stop and pause the video as you need, or I do have a Word document version of the pre-test and post-test attached to the YouTube video. So there are 10 questions. And so moving along, what you should know. Smoking is the #1 cause of premature and preventable death in the United States. And smoking or exposure to smoke causes 480,000 deaths every year. Smoking causes multiple types of cancer, not just lung cancer. And heart disease and stroke are caused or can be caused by smoking. Lung disease can be caused by smoking. And smoking harms almost all the organs or organ systems in the body. And did you know that smoking causes an increased risk of heart disease, of diabetes, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, pneumonia, tuberculosis, airway infections, and did you know that having a mental health diagnosis, like anxiety or depression, can make you more likely to start using tobacco products? So if you've been diagnosed with some type of a mental health disorder, you may be more likely to use tobacco products and then get addicted to those. And early use of e-cigarettes is associated with risk for cigarette use. So if you are someone who uses or is thinking of using the e-cigarettes because they might pose a lower risk, you should know that evidence has found that it is associated with risk for starting to use cigarettes. And then the younger the person is when they start smoking, then the harder it is to quit. So if you start smoking at a very young age, when you're older and then you want to stop, it may be very difficult to quit. So what you can do, things that you can do, you can get the facts, you can learn about the risks and the harm that's caused by cigarette smoking. And I've given you some of that information. There are some there's some links you can do further research that I'll share with you later. So know your risks. So I shared with you a couple risks that pertain to this group here today. And there may be more risks for you. So you want to make yourself aware of risks, talk with your doctor about possible risks. Get counseling or therapy. So evidence shows that counseling, therapy, and being in a smoking cessation type of program does help to quit smoking. And if you try and you fail, please keep trying again, because every time you try, that decreases your risk and increases the likelihood that you'll be able to stop. And then seek support. So look for adults who can give you support. Maybe join a support group. Other things that you can do, I just talked about joining the smoking cessation program. So evidence does show that this will increase your chances of quitting. So in addition to the things that you're doing on your own, it is a good idea to join a program. And in a moment, I'll give you some local resources where you should be able to find more information. There's also one online called NOT, for Not on Tobacco for Me. And it's an online program that's put out by the American Lung Association. And I would encourage you to give that a try to see if that is a program that helps you. And so here's some resources for you. 1-800-LUNG-USA, the American Lung Association helpline, tobacco quit line, and cancer.gov is a website for the National Cancer Institute, and there's a lot of information there. BeTobaccoFree.gov, and there's lots of information like tips from former smokers, and there's more factual information and information on small steps that you can take to help to reduce your likelihood, or to help you to quit smoking. Then the Oregon Quit Line, there's 1-800-QUIT-NOW is a place where you can register for a program. It's based in Oregon, and you can register for a program there to get free support. You can get resources. SmokeFreeOregon.com, and that's a place where you can find free quit resources and local information. So please check out those links. And here's my references. And just as a side note, I have provided a PDF version of a handout that you can print. It's got most of this same information that you can print it out and have it on hand. And this is the end of my presentation, and we've gone on to the post test. So I've marked the answers in red. So I'm going to tab through these. Again, you can pause it as you need.